That was
I
the
felt
best
People
story
so
ever.
believe.
He does
giddy
like that
about it.
trapezoidal body type.
Hi,
No butt
everybody.
and all legs. Oh,
It's
Oh my God.
Melissa Longo. You guys, it's time to Star Trek and chill.
hi. Chill.
All right.
Oh, we chilling.
Sorry, everybody. We're running a little late. Very sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties.
As you do.
But it's time to Star Trek and chill. You've earned it. It's Friday. You've worked hard. There have been some heat waves. There have been some rain waves. I don't know, some surf waves. There's been so many things. And now it's time to just relax with your friends and with us and with the beverage that you deserve and get ready for the weekend. So we've got Melissa Longo here, who's wearing, it almost looks like a toga, but it's really cool.
It's super cute.
That is way cute.
Thanks. I'm playing around with different t-shirts and art and having fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Charlene Schmidt is here. Thank goodness.
Yay.
Hello. You invited me and I said, yes, I would like to quit work and have some fun and get a drink and chill. By all means, yes, let's do this.
We begged.
Mhm.
It was worth it.
You're like, hey, friend, here's the invite link. Click on it if you want.
Yeah, good recollection. Basically that. Anne Marie is also here. Takes her like
Hi.
15 minutes to log on.
Oh, I know. I need a new computer.
We need to start the Get Anne-Marie a New Computer
Yeah.
Fund.
Or just like tell Anne Marie what kind of computer she needs because I don't understand what the
Mac.
descriptions are.
Mac is one-stop shopping. You plug and play. That's it. It's for people
Ooh.
like us.
Pretty easy.
That's why, not to give too much away, I drive a Honda Accord because I want to drive a car. I don't like to work on it or play with cars, and I don't want to like work on computers and play with computers. I'm not very savvy with that kind of stuff. So I just get a Mac and a Honda Accord and an iPhone, and I don't have to think.
That is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
And I don't even need a car in New York. So that's like already less thinking.
It's even better.
All right, people are way ahead of us already because we made them wait. Scott Jensen is telling us Arnold Palmer. So I guess that means that's what he's drinking.
Hey.
Back of the head. What's up, John
I
Orchiola?
did ask in the
Oh, you did?
live
Okay.
chat as well.
I just thought that they knew where we were going with this
Wow.
already.
They know the routine.
Mhm.
They're all ready.
And-
They're queued up.
John Orchiola, our good friend from Screen Rant.
Hey.
.com is drinking a Trader Joe's sparkling pink lemonade. That
Ooh,
is
that.
Ooh.
refreshing.
Sounds nice.
Chuck A is drinking cherry juice and water. I've heard this one before, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use me there. Feel very coffee today. Back of the head, that's John Orchiola, is saying, Shar, you've got the coolest NASA shirt right now. Can you tell us about it?
That's awesome.
Thank you. I've had this shirt forever and I cannot tell you where I got it, but I can show you the rest of it.
Whoa.
It says,
Ooh,
I need
Oh, I
my
love
spice.
those.
that's
I wore it so much
great.
during quarantine, for the double entendre. Just, stay away.
Amazing.
Brilliant.
That's great.
Love it.
I love that marketing.
I love this shirt
campaign.
though. It's super comfy.
Oh my goodness. Kimber Spores is having a lime margarita. You've earned
Yeah.
it, Kimber.
Ooh,
By the way,
yeah.
you freaking earned it. What state are you in? You're in
Georgia.
Georgia?
I think she's in Georgia.
I think that sounds right.
Okay.
One
Yeah,
Trek
enjoy
fan.
that margarita.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Sparkling water while I'm working, says one Trek fan. Take a break. David Gregory says Heineken and kettle corn popcorn. This guy knows
Ooh.
how to live.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Ben Genium says Eelwasser. Are you in Germany, Ben Genium? Eelwasser. Have you ever had Kirschwasser? It's a liqueur. I think it means like cherry water. It's like a 100 proof or 110 proof. Kirschwasser. That's good stuff.
Wow.
Eelwasser sounds like it's eel
Made out
water.
of eels.
Yeah. Please correct us on that. We want to be wrong.
Aha.
More than ever. Unagi water. So Melissa, what are you drinking today, by the way?
Today I am drinking matcha green tea lemonade out of Quarks.
Twerk.
Twerks.
Twerks industry.
Wow, good stuff. That's from Star Trek Day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Cool.
Paramount Plus.
Woohoo, thanks, Paramount Plus. Delicious and refreshing.
It's a pretty
Char,
color too.
are you having some kind of like refreshing red margarita beverage or Cosmo thing?
I am not today. I am doing something a little different because I went to Bevmo the other day and I got me
Ooh.
show it I got Julian hard cider,
Ooh.
which is
Oh,
a
wow.
California specialty. Like if you ever go to Julian, I think it's about 2.5 hours out of LA. It's in San Diego County. It's this teeny little town. There's an apple orchard and they make their own hard cider, among other things, and it's delicious.
And it's a great bottle.
Yeah, I love the
I
label.
really like the bottle.
They have a number of varieties too, and I highly recommend if you can find it, the Cherry Bomb. That is my favorite.
That's a
Mm.
song too.
Oh,
Cherry Bomb. Bashir approves. That's for damn sure. That looks. Have you ever had Hornsby's hard cider?
Mm-mm.
I'm a strong
It's got
little
like
girl.
It's got like a rhino and oh my god, on a hot day, it's not fair.
I'm gonna have to look it for that. I
Yeah.
love cider.
hmm What about you, Dr. Anne Marie
Okay,
Siegel?
well, I just realized I didn't buy any replacement White Claw, so a little nip of Fireball.
All right, do
That's all I have.
it.
That reminds me of
Woo.
high school. Wait, you're having Fireball?
I just like pour a teeny bit. But,
Damn, good job.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, that's all
awesome.
I have.
All right.
That's fantastic.
And I myself,
Oh,
here's
and
the
also
secret.
it's in the it's like 60 degrees here, so need something
Oh,
to
so you
warm
need to
my
feel a little
bones.
warm.
Yeah.
Celsius.
We're going through another heat wave here.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
so
gonna be
we need
100
refreshing.
next week again.
It's in the 50s
Like we needed
tonight.
that.
And I myself, the secret was a couple weeks ago, I had a liquid death, if I remember correctly, from our friend Scott Jensen convinced me because before I wanted it, but then I was like, yeah, it's $2. I don't want it. But he said it's really good. I ended up buying 2. So I'm having the second one today. And it's been really hard.
Oh
And
my
it's green, as
gosh,
you can
that's
tell.
so on brand for your outfit.
I can't. And it's really hard to see this in my fridge for 2 weeks and not drink it. But I kept saying, no, I got to save it for the chill.
And
I
your
gotta
roommates
save it.
didn't drink it?
Either if they did, they replaced it.
And the strangers.
So they didn't drink it.
Mm. You know what liquid death reminds me of though? And I bet Scott Jensen might know this. Do you remember that there was like a cigarette brand called Black Death? And when Anne Marie says it works with the shirt, I remember the reason I found out about Black Death was because Duff McKagan, the bass player of Guns N' Roses, of course, and guitarist of Neurotic Outsiders and Loaded, used to smoke Black Death cigarettes. So I was like, good enough for me. So if anybody out there used to smoke Black Death cigarettes, bummer. But let us know.
I think there
Truth
was
in
a
the
Black
name.
Death coffee too.
Is there?
Death coffee. There's
Yeah,
something
that
like
was
that. Yeah.
super strong, and yeah,
Sounds like a plague.
people were scared of it.
So let's say hello to everybody here. Chuck A says Bashir Wine. War Dog Heim is here. DQ is here. Hello. Wayner is also here. Galenda is here. Kimber Spores, we know from Georgia, probably. Did we confirm that yet?
Yes.
Yes.
She
Okay,
says
nice.
from south somewhere, Georgia. Oh, my thing isn't working. South.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. I just totally went off on a different thought process and I forgot. what we were
Southeast
doing.
Georgia.
Southeast
Southeast.
Georgia. Not far
Nice.
from Savannah. Yeah.
Sounds pleasant. Anybody, Kimber, you're from Georgia. Do you know the band called Jackal from Georgia? They're a little guilty pleasure of mine from the 90s. Anyway,
Guys, who sing about rain?
yep. Scott Jensen, of course, is here, and he reminds us Cherry Bomb by the Runaways. Good knowledge, Scott. We knew you would know that one, of course. My Live from Tokyo is here, up at a reasonable hour. Who else is up in this? David Gregory, of course, One Trek fan, of course. Oh, Scott Jensen tells you, Melissa, Death Wish Coffee.
Death
Is-
Wish
That's what
coffee.
it is.
Yes, that is what it is. And Aaron got it as a gift one year at a convention, and he was too scared to drink it because he was a fruity coffee drinker. He didn't like
Did he at
straight
least smell
coffee.
it and say it smelled good? He seems like he would have smelled it like it smells good, but I'm scared to drink it.
Well, he liked the coffees with a lot of sweet and a lot of flavor.
He wanted the dessert coffees.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then he started to get it without the whipped cream because he's like, I'm getting I forgot. I'm getting to be a little chunky monkey.
Is that like an ice cream flavor?
Yes.
Yes.
Ben and Jerry's.
Looking like some Ben and Jerry's.
Everything
Yes.
goes back to food or drink or cigarettes, apparently. And
Or
Scott does know
The food groups.
Black Deaths. He gets it. He knows Black Death in his youth. Yeah, got to be in your youth. We only have a death wish in our youth. And my Live from Tokyo says, I'm from Berkeley. We smoked either Dejarum or Sherman's. Those were the ones I smoked
Ooh,
after
Nat
Black Death.
Sherman, black and gold.
Exactly.
So
Nat
pretty.
Sherman's.
And
And I
those
never knew how to
rainbows.
pronounce Dejarum. But I'd always just call them
Djarma
Dejarum.
from Bajor?
No, Dejarum, or probably Jarum is probably how they pronounced it. But those were the ones I smoked too. Good job, Mai. And by good job, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that really? I don't know.
Recognition.
Thanks for yeah.
Oh my God, there's a Surgeon General warning on this video.
I know.
Nice.
They're like, well, we get the chill part of the video, but I could have sworn it said Star Trek in there somewhere.
Oh,
Bajor.
Okay.
yeah.
Here's a fun thing I was hoping we could talk about, but we can really talk about anything you guys want
Oh, I
or
sent
the live
you-
chat wants.
I emailed Virtual TrekCon a cute little thing that I learned from this week's episode. So that I feel like we just have to talk about it at some point. So now's a good time. So basically,
Is
like,
it the Twitter thing?
yeah, there have been like
Oh,
little
yeah,
Easter eggs in Lower Decks of things like that were featured at Star Trek The Experience or that you could buy on Think Geek like 10 years ago, like that Enterprise cutting board or cheese tray. So there was one this week that's like from Star Trek The Experience, a little stuffed cork that apparently was at the Collectors Guild table, I guess.
Oh.
Which is, I mean, obviously there was like cul-de-sac and every what's the game that?
Cul-de-sac.
No, the game that like seven
Codescot?
and yes, Codescot. And
Golduscot.
there was, like stuff like that on the table,
was
but I
thinking
love when they
Golduscot.
put that. Yeah, that's why I got confused. But I love that they put a little like souvenir from Star Trek The Experience on the table too.
Nice.
And it also made me think of Babylon 5's gift shop.
The Baberlon.
Oh my God, hang on one second here, guys. So sometimes we get a little caught up in the live chat. I know Melissa is right now, but
Well,
Scott
actually-
Jensen, oh yes, Scott Jensen says, the Jackal guitarist used to come into the Hot Topic I worked at and bought Green Day t-shirts from me
What?
for his kid. And DQ with the comment of the day says, there's something about that sentence that is very mid 2000s.
That's amazing.
Jackal, guitarist,
That is
Hot Topic,
awesome.
Green Day.
That's amazing.
Anyway, and what were you saying, Melissa Longo?
It's not important. But Mochi is being really cute right now, so I'm posting a picture I just took of her on social media. So yeah, look out for it, everyone. She's
All right.
you gotta take
So
what makes the
stay
internet
tuned
run.
for that.
Cute. She's
Yeah,
cute.
and by the way, let's talk about rewatches, Star Trek rewatches in just a minute once we finish this thought from Anne Marie Siegel. Here is the
Which is so
tweet
cute.
that you had sent out to us. Hang on.
And Chuck A says he actually has this stuffed animal, which I feel like is it very kind of
How dare
Ferengi?
you? Yeah.
Oh, I have that too. Somewhere. I have that Ferengi. Yes. Yeah.
So, and it's just look at the little heart on his arm in the cartoon. Oh my god, it is like total cuteness overload.
Oh my god.
That is
Like a
so
little
cute.
beanie
That is super cute.
That is so cute.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So
Lower
much.
Decks is killing it, you guys.
I love when they put
I
in
love this
random
week's
merch.
episode. So
Mhm.
good. That was just cracking in every
It-
single way.
It was very good. Very good.
That
and
long
I-
needed
Bro,
Rutherford
Rutherford.
character episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been dying for that, man.
Yeah, not to mention our buddy Goldu Scott too much. We've reached our quota, but he apparently tweeted
there a
Mike
quota?
McMahon thanking him for coming on the Seventh Rule yesterday, and Mike McMahon
Aw.
replied to him, and nobody noticed until today. I just kind of was like looking through the mentions. I was like, what the heck? But so Goldu Scott and Shar, I want to know what you think about this. He said, I believe it was him that said he thought this was the best episode of Lower Decks so far out of 25, not this
Ooh.
season, not this
Ooh.
season.
Far.
That's,
That is so tough.
Yeah.
It is
Bold
tough.
Because there's
words.
stuff from both of the previous seasons that I really love, but maybe for different reasons that I love this episode. I don't think I can say, man. No.
Yeah. There are a lot of great moments.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, it's up there. I don't know, though. If I had to rank them, I don't know where everything would lie.
Without
Maybe
giving too
we should
many
try this again
spoilers.
at the end of season 3 and then see where everything hits.
Well, there'll probably be some really good episodes in the next 5 too.
Probably the Deep Space Nine episode is going to be amazing.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I
there are
think
some
we're really
rumors
starting to
floating
get
around there.
going now, where they're
Mhm.
ramping up and they always explode at the very end of the season. It's
So
gonna be
much
fantastic.
speculation too, since the Ready Room showed the preview for next week episode was just one still picture. Which
Oh, I haven't seen the
appears-
Ready Room yet.
Which appears to be Deep Space Nine, like Cardassian architecture.
Mm,
Ooh.
all right.
Yeah. So a lot of people are saying that one still frame looks like it might be in the promenade. I don't know if there's been any confirmation about that, but there have been at least 3 people that have messaged me and with that screenshot saying, dude, I think next week is going to be on Deep Space Nine. So I don't know if anybody's seen any confirmation of this, but that is certainly the theory that is bouncing around.
Yeah.
If somebody can find it, we can pull it up. I don't
Let's see.
want to go digging too
I
hard.
screenshotted it.
I hate digging through stuff to find things.
Okay.
But yeah, because it's like it's just a screenshot, right, on the Ready Room. They didn't like
Okay, I
release a
Facebook
scene or an
messaged it to
episode.
you. Yeah,
They
true.
just, it's insane. They know Star Trek fans all too well to know that all they need to do is just one little thing. Here it is,
Oh
everybody.
my God, batliths are us. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
It
So, you
does.
know-
Oh, look, there's a
Nice.
Ferengi in the background.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
shop, there's a Ferengi, there's like the curved
Yeah.
architecture.
Ooh, check
It
out
sure
that,
looks like the promenade.
Look at this sleeveless. Oh, never mind. On my phone, that looked like a sleeveless Klingon look.
It
but-
kind
thought
of
that's
looks
what it was, too.
sleeveless.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was like, that's hot.
Because
Summer wear.
his arms are the same color as his hands.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
he went from like work tonight.
Maybe it's workout gear.
That's when he lets
Oh
his
my
hair down.
gosh.
He rips
Oh,
off
man.
the sleeves.
Oh my
That's gonna be
gosh.
fun.
Sounds
I
like
love
this is a
get
poll.
There was like such
Physical.
a the funniest like I rarely see non-Star Trek tweets, but there was a hilarious one like actually yesterday that was like, teen magazines led me to believe that I would have a lot of like going from work to night looks would be like a significant part of my adulthood, and I've like yet to need that skill. I thought was
Now you know.
hilarious because it's like every freaking magazine ever for women.
Yeah.
It's true though.
Yeah. and they don't
That
work
kinda
because
nailed it.
you wanna go get cleaned up anyway after work. So, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Depends.
I mean, I have gone from work to night looks, but I'd probably wear lower cut, to be honest.
All right. So we've added a poll, everybody. This
my
is
God,
the big one. I think I
finally.
know which direction this one's going to go, but the question is next week's Lower Decks episode going to take place at Deep Space Nine? The answers are yes, that picture is Deep Space Nine, and no, that picture is something else. I think everybody's going to say yes because that's what we want. We're just like, yep,
Oh,
I'm
wait,
going to
so
will
Chuck-
it to happen.
Oh, Chuck A said that at San Diego Comic-Con, they said episode 6 was the Deep Space Nine episode.
Oh, so next week.
Well, there we
is-
go.
Interesting, because I watched it. I guess I maybe just there was so much information I didn't hear.
Maybe he just means that like some people walking by said it.
Or
Was it
overheard the writers.
Ooh, he was sneaking around.
I mean, they definitely have said they're guest stars on the Deep Space Nine episode. It just remains to be seen who.
They said we will see familiar faces.
Oh, that's true. They
Right.
did show us like Tuvok's face and not his voice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and we've made our predictions, I think, on that. I don't know if I'm allowed to predict anymore, but we've made our predictions in the past. So far, it's 100% of the people think this is going to be at Deep Space Nine next week, and it's going to be amazing. You know, we should have a
Woohoo.
poll as to who the familiar faces are going to be.
Ooh.
God, how fun.
Good idea.
Oh.
Okay.
Mark.
So here is here's what I was thinking would be fun to talk about today, you guys. And go ahead and correct me if this is a stupid thing to talk about, but it's Star Trek related, so we're already close to something good. What, and this is open to all of us and to everybody in the live chat, what is the next Star Trek series you are going to watch or rewatch? Probably rewatch, but
Who watches one at a time?
well, no, you know, sometimes we're watching all the new stuff.
Sometimes I
but then
watch an
we're
air date
also-
order.
We're also going through a Voyager rewatch. You know what I mean? And then some people, like I see it in the groups all the time, people saying, I'm currently rewatching
You're
Next
right.
Generation. I can't wait to rewatch Deep Space Nine next or something like that. So I don't want to know, what are you currently rewatching? Like, let's say you're rewatching Next Generation right now. I know you already have planned the next series you are going to rewatch, and it's probably going to be Deep Space Nine. Or some people are like, I've never seen Discovery before, so that's the next show I'm going to watch. Or, you know, some people have never seen Lower Decks yet, or some people have never seen, you know, the animated series from the 70s, and they're going to rewatch that
Do have
next
to watch
or watch
that.
it for the first. You've never seen it?
Only a couple episodes. Like yesteryear.
I don't
or
even know
whatever.
who you are anymore.
I know. Well, I have to say, like, I am working on my TOS, like, first complete watch. That said, I'm always rewatching Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and TNG. Like, for
I guess
forever.
I shouldn't even talk if we're talking about TOS. Yeah, you're right.
And then also, I kind of like to watch all 3 90s ones at the same time because it makes, like, for nostalgia purposes, because that's how they were aired, sort of.
It would be fun to go with the concurrent.
I've always wanted a
Airing order.
podcast to do that. Like, Greatest Gen, I know for a while had thought of, like, when they got to, like, that point in TNG and they were going to keep going for years, they kind of thought about doing the air date order. And I was like, I think that's such a brilliant idea because things pop up in the shows concurrently, but I'm still waiting for someone to do that.
Yeah,
It takes a
somebody
lot
does
of
need to
work.
get on that. I am surprised that nobody else has.
Like, I know it's hard because, like, sometimes, like, you have to do research. Like, did this actually air according to IMDb, or was it aired as 2 parts? But like, it's just
Sure.
be so fun because, like, we all have the memories of, like, oh, this week, that one week in the 90s, I watched these 2 episodes, and it's like really interesting to see what was happening when. Also, like, adding in the movies that were coming out. I think
Yeah.
I love that. I think it's so
Okay,
brilliant.
internet. You heard it.
Yeah. Okay,
Do your
Sean.
thing. No, I'm not doing
Okay,
it.
Sean and Tristan.
Nah. We can barely get out the Lower Decks podcasts that we do, and that is all on the fly. It's just life has changed so much. Podcasting is not a top priority as far as like going into real big depth anymore, unfortunately.
Well, don't forget to check out Shara's podcast, which is wonderful. Second Contact on
Thanks.
Thursdays.
Hell yes.
Yep. Day of release. We'll watch Lower Decks once and then do it again with commentary. So you can watch it along with us, or if you're driving, commuting, what have you, if you've already seen the episode, you can envision it in your head. You can follow along with us, and we try to keep it entertaining.
I love it.
I want to do I can't ever do anything simple. I wanted to say that the next poll would be, who do you think will be in the Deep Space Nine episode next week? Right. But this thing only allows for 4 options. And I feel like there are more than 4 options. And so I'm like, okay, it's going to be 2 polls. Okay. So,
or should it just be a free for all in the chat?
Or
yeah,
Name your picks, like your top 3.
Both.
but the polls are fun.
This is true.
Well, and maybe the poll can spark the free for all in the chat.
Oh, this is a good one. John Orgiola says Prodigy refresher before the second half of season 1 drops.
Yes, I have that planned as well.
Okay,
or at least
so
the last episode.
dropped the first poll.
I'm coming to Kojay again.
the ship is landing.
Oh my God.
So
Does anybody know what the heck that's about?
Okay, I still need to go to my mailbox to get my Starship is Landing stickers. They've been down there for like 3 days. How did I not rush it? Well, here's the thing. I didn't have time to get a manicure yet. And obviously when I take pictures of them for social media, I can't have chipped nail polish. Those things are valuable.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Anne Marie. Like I clip my nails down to the stubs because if they get too long and they impede my typing, I get pissy. So manicure, no.
Only because I bite my nails. So it's the only thing to stop it.
Nails. Okay. I never have fingernails.
But like, man, those stickers deserve some good social media pictures because I haven't seen anybody actually buy the hilarious merch yet.
Technically speaking, Doctor, theoretically, how long would it take you to go down and get those stickers and do an unboxing live?
Okay, yeah, it would take like a minute max. Okay.
Can we do it?
Yes.
What are you waiting for?
Yes, and luckily, like my internet doesn't show my nails that well. It's like, even though it's fast, it's still like kind of blurry. So
I love unboxing videos.
Well, it's gonna be an unenveloping, but okay. Let me just vote in the poll first. I want my vote to matter.
Right now, everybody, the poll question is, who do you think will be in the Deep Space Nine episode next week? And the options are Quark, Benjamin Sisko, Chief O. I thought it was fun to call him Chief O, or Bashir. Those are the 4 options. And we'll do a second poll with 4 other options. And then maybe we'll have like a championship.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe we'll do 3. I don't know. Yeah, we could do 3.
Yeah.
See ya, Anne Marie. Good luck.
Go.
So
she's on a mission.
Right now, since I'm a big freaking Star Trek dork. So we've got Quark, Sisko, Chief O, Bashir. Who else can it be? We've got Keiko as well.
Kira.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Molly O'Brien.
Morn.
Grand Nagus, because
Rom.
they did show his staff.
Sure.
Rom, Lita.
Lita.
Yeah.
Jake Sisko.
Right.
Yes.
Who else? Damar Ducat, not really, right? Wayoon, not really. Oh,
Probably
Garrick.
Ooh.
Yeah, Garrick.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Anybody else? Give us some ideas in the live
Cassidy
chat.
Yates.
Cassidy.
Oh yeah, Esri.
Chuck says Odo and Nog. That's true. They said familiar
That
faces.
is a possibility.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be the voices.
And
Or they
also,
could do what they did with Prodigy.
exactly.
Yeah. Mm.
Exactamundo.
So
We
really,
need
it's
one more.
all open. It could be anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, Esri, what are we doing? God, we call ourselves fans.
Well, Shar said that.
Well, I got it from the chat. Many people are
Oh.
mentioning it. It wasn't my idea.
I know. I just saw it in the chat too. Everybody's saying Esri. We're like, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
I-
don't forget Esri.
I heard it from you, and then I saw it in the chat. So I was like, Shar said it first.
It's the cycle.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is perfect. We have 16. That's perfect.
All
okay?
right.
Those
Yay.
16 are Quark, Cisco, O'Brien, Bashir. We also have Keiko, Kira, Morn, and Molly. We have Rom, Lita, Jake Sisko, Garrick, Cassidy, Odo, Nog, and Esri.
All right.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Mhm. Okay, and so what we'll do is we'll do 4 of these, and then the 4 winners will go up against each other, and we will officially show off exactly how nerdy we really are.
Yay. I'm so excited for the Deep Space Nine episode.
We're gonna have a lot to talk
so
about.
Excited. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Mm. Yes.
All
I
right,
was
so-
actually gonna rewatch Lower Decks to refresh my memory since we're watching it now, to refresh how far we've come.
I had every intention of doing that before the season started, to rewatch seasons 1 and 2. I got through 1 and started 2 and didn't finish 2.
Yeah,
What do you know?
I know.
Later.
Intentions.
That's the problem with having so much new Trek, is like when your TV
Right.
time is kind of limited, like, look, you got to pick and choose. You're
Right.
going to choose the new stuff.
Here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
We got to add a couple more in here. Back of the head says Dabo Girl number 2. No, that's not a
gosh.
thing.
No, the one with the red,
Vic
who was
Fontaine,
always
though.
wearing the red. Is that who he's talking about? Because there was one Babel girl who was a
That's true.
background regular.
Yeah, and it was
and-
kind of like transparent on the sides, right?
Yeah.
It breathes.
Yeah, but she had other outfits too. But I remembered the red one the most.
So here's what I'm thinking, right? If we got to add Vic Fontaine in there, okay? Chuck A is right. Or no, that's
yes.
John. This is
Absolutely.
Vic Fontaine. So who do we take out? Well, most likely,
Keiko.
I'm thinking
I don't know.
Lita would probably be with Rom. So we're gonna make that Rom and or Lita as like a little
Ooh,
Grand
cheating.
Negus
I like it.
Yeah.
combo, right? And then like with Molly, we could say Molly and or Kira Yoshi. Let's
Oh,
because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
possible that there
yeah.
might be both.
Yeah.
I mean, they could show both, right?
absolutely. Why not?
Okay, I think we're good there.
They were kind of mentioned in tandem when Karayoshi was born.
Do you
Often.
know? Do you know what kind of Grand Negus I like to add in my Mai Tai? Dark Rom. Okay, it's not.
Okay.
Anne Marie, you can't
what?
unbox it without us
Where's-
seeing. You
No,
can't
no,
just
no,
do
guess
it
what?
like
Yo.
look-
No. It's just that I went to my mailbox and I have two things to unbox.
you have to shit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What you said?
Yeah.
I have
Wow.
two things to unbox,
Hope they
which
come
I
out
forgot I
right.
ordered. Actually, I kind of forgot I ordered both of them. Okay. So,
We don't know what is in there.
okay, wait. This is like the pretty envelope that costs like $10 for shipping from Star Trek's official store to get these stickers. Like, this envelope, like their shipping is insane, but the envelope is nice.
Your shipping is insane.
No, the
a
shipping
different
for
kind of
these
shipping,
Star
though.
Trek stickers on the official website. Okay. Oh, and I got them on Star Trek Day, so they were 20% off, so that covered the shipping. Okay. Oh my God, this is so exciting. Okay, so I bought 4 of these bad boys on Star Trek Day because it's so funny that I don't know if you
Oh,
can
there
see
they
it.
is.
Let me take them out of the thing. So I bought 4 of them because they're clearly going to like accrue in value. It's like such a horrible marketing campaign, like a la Spock's helmet.
You watch your mouth.
I just don't get this one. Can anybody explain it to me?
Nobody knows. Even like everybody's making fun of it. But like the one, so like obviously week 2 was the Enterprise is landing. Week 3 is the Discovery is landing. Everybody's wondering if they did Voyager, would they say the Voyager? And then, because like
This is
in
the whole
one,
thing, right? The Delta
episode, Tom
Flyers.
Paris says the Voyager.
Exactly. They
hilarious.
debated this on Delta Flyers. Like, is it the Voyager or
So fucking
Voyager?
funny. So
I
fucking
remember
Yeah.
this debate in 1995. Like I remember
Okay.
reading like
Yeah.
Star Trek magazine or
like-
something that was saying like, we usually call it the Enterprise, but with the
know.
Voyager, but like Janeway started calling it just Voyager,
And
and
everyone's
we're
like,
kind of like, wait,
when
is
the
it
Deep
Yeah.
Space Nine
What
is
are the
this
landing?
rules?
personification now? What's happening?
Okay, but like
Hmm.
in retrospect, now this is an even funnier campaign because they started out with just totally generic the Starship. So obviously, I'm like really happy I got that one. So I ordered 4 because I think they'll be valuable. One of them is going to be Brie Belky's birthday present, and she can remember that and like cash it
Nice.
in like a war bond. Okay, let's see if it picks it up. Okay,
Let's
this
try.
is making it look way
Spacey.
cooler than it is.
Yeah.
Like it has
Spacey.
a cloaking
Yeah,
technology
it actually
on this.
is not cool at all. It looks even worse in person, I have to say. How do I get those? Like, it is so stupid. It's just okay.
Rave
Like,
review.
Why?
look at this. Still
I
makes
mean,
it look better than it is.
It's
But
kind of classy.
It looks in real life. It looks
but
like
what does
somebody
it
printed it on
mean?
their HP printer from like
Oh,
2000. It is it's so funny, and it says the Starship is landing, and is landing is in like a different color.
Hang on, let's pause for a second.
Oh, and then
John
underneath
Orchiola-
it says it's trademarked. I'm like, dude, you guys don't have to worry.
LA trademark it? Jeez.
Rude, Anne-Marie. John Orchiola says the
Printed on
Karen,
someone. It's like they printed
is-
like 12 paper pieces from on like a Staples paper of
don't make me
stickers
read you.
and charged like $7 for each one plus $10 for shipping for the cheapest shipping.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so
No.
hang on 1 second, please, Anne-Marie. I'm
Okay,
begging
yeah,
you.
but this is the best marketing ever because
I know,
I finally ordered
just-
something from the Star Trek store.
Right, we'll absolutely get right back to it in just a
Yeah.
second, I promise. And by promise, I don't mean promise, because a second I'm exaggerating.
Shit, it's not
Um,
minted box anymore.
The is
sorry.
optional for Defiant, he says. And I feel like I've only heard them say the Defiant. Have you guys ever heard them say, let's get on Defiant, or
No.
let's
Never heard that.
jump
I
in
don't think so.
Defiant?
only
Let's get
ever heard.
Defiant.
No, on
Let's
the
get
Defiant.
Yeah,
know
I
I
what
was
think
thinking, here's the weird thing though.
You-
Like the episode like Valiant is just called Valiant.
that's true.
True.
Yes, but is there a rule where it has to say the or not the? Is it?
Are they rules or
is it-
are they suggestions?
Because
Yeah, are there rules? I
They
think
did
that's the
call
question
it-
we're trying to answer.
yeah, but they did call it Valiant. But Worf said, "I'm moving on to the Defiant." He didn't say, "I'm moving on to Defiant." And
But then-
everybody's always
Which was an act of
referred to it.
defiance.
Yeah.
But Jatsia said, "You're living on the Defiant," and O'Brien said, "You're living on the Defiant." And
Is
let's
right.
take the Defiant.
And is Voyager the only one that they don't have an article for, or do they also do it for Discovery? I feel like they may have said we're
I
getting
think they
on.
say just Discovery, yeah?
I think so
Which
too.
makes it even
Just
weirder than that
Discovery.
they say the Discovery is landing.
Oh,
Anne-Marie's like, let's bring it back to the stickers,
So
guys.
mad though that they like come together because I like mint and box things. And I'm gonna gift these to people and just have to like hand them a low rent sticker out of my one bag for all 4 of them. Like, okay.
Low rent is what my
Here's
grandfather
the
used
thing
to
though.
call my brother.
These things are gonna friggin' accrue in value, I bet you, because there hasn't been like merch this bad in decades.
Well, because my brother's middle name is Laurent. It's French for Lawrence.
oh,
And he
Ah.
couldn't, and he was not my the grandfather on my dad's side was not French, so he would just jokingly call him Laurent.
Right.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, but I also want to say,
Sorry,
we
Anne
know
Marie,
where,
go ahead.
now we know where you get it.
okay, but also thank you to Star Trek's official store because I haven't like giggled this much in so long, and I just love it. And it actually made me buy something from your store. So clearly you were doing something right.
So
Okay.
it worked.
Yeah, I have one other thing to unbox that I'm super excited about too. Okay. I totally forgot I ordered this.
It's like Top Ramen or something.
Okay, that all comes from Amazon or the grocery store downstairs. Okay. So my friend wrote this Doctor Who book. That's like one of those. Shoot. Okay, how do we do this? Crap.
It does not know how to play with the green screen.
I know. Oh wait, come back. Okay, basically it's like all the Doctor Who aliens and villains, and every single part, like their essays for all of the, like I guess the big aliens and monsters in Doctor Who, and each essay is like by a different fan, the way that like X-Files and Star Trek and the Doctor Who episodes do like compendium books. So I'm super excited, and there's going to be a panel about the book from the authors at New York Comic Con. So
Nice.
it's called A World of Demons, The Villains of Doctor Who by Barnaby Edwards and David Bushman.
Cool.
And Barnaby is my friend. So make sure you check this out and check out the panel.
That's cool.
Nice.
Super cool. And it's a really nice matte cover. So they're going to make a Doctor Who fan out of me yet. I'm like determined.
Nice. That's a cool
The-
idea for a book
The
too.
weeping angels are the scariest, in my opinion.
Can't even wait.
I love them.
I can't
Yes. Don't blink.
wait. This is totally going
The
to
hardest thing to do when somebody says don't blink.
I know. It's automatic. Yeah. That's
And
exciting.
I think there's like a Deep Space Nine anthology essay book coming out like any day now too. My friend Dylan wrote one of them. I love
That's
these.
fun.
It's so cool, and it's so cool to see go through the list of names because obviously there's so much fandom crossover. So you always recognize like some Star Trek people, even in the Doctor Who and X-Files one.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
It's so much fun. Okay, let me put the title
Nice.
in the live chat.
I always get excited when I see Andy Robinson in the X-Files episode that he was in, because he is just amazing. He's
Oh my
amazing.
gosh.
What
Okay,
a
now
great
I do
actor.
need. Now I do need to watch.
Just like
the X-Files.
always.
Yeah. Yeah, he kills
We've got
it.
this. We've got the second round
Literally.
of the polling for who will be in the Deep Space Nine episode of Lower Decks next week. The four options are Keiko O'Brien, Major Kira, Colonel Kira, or just Kira Nerys, Molly and or Kira Yoshi, and Morn. Those are our
yeah.
four options.
Warren
Those are
is a
all good options.
It is a good safe option, but I'm hoping for Kira.
Oh my god, how
But
Me
cool
how could
that
they-
brought Kira Yoshi.
Get an
I love
visitor
that.
to voice.
How could they?
know.
How could they afford to pay for the actor that played Morn to do the voiceover of Morn?
I know he's probably pretty steep, but
A lot of paperwork too.
maybe they'll use a loop or a dub from his
Yeah.
previous work.
For all of his previous
Yeah.
episodes of
Oh.
Chatter.
One Trek fan in the chat has a great suggestion that Morn will be singing. What if Morn is going to do karaoke?
Ooh.
I want to see that.
That'd be cool.
Oh my god, like
Could-
Bordis style.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Could be like how they did Bordis, where he's just about to, and then
Yeah,
then the
that's
Pac-Lets
probably.
attack.
Oh my- how fast would those lottery tickets go on Deep Space Nine to like go to Morn's concert? Like, oh my God,
Yeah. Well, he is a prince. Wink, wink.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So while we're waiting for this poll to materialize, like Anne Marie's stickers that just kind of kept fading in and out of the third dimension.
They're just like a gray, like a grayscale that's not even like a good grayscale, and then a couple like white
Aw.
dots that look like they were just ink errors for the stars. So
Hmm.
funny. They're perfect. They're
Wow.
everything I ever wanted and more.
We're gonna put them all over your apartment.
No, I'm keeping these things unstuck. They're gonna be valuable.
New
I
wallpaper.
guarantee you. I'm gonna have to like leave them to someone in my will. They'll be the most valuable things I own.
Wow.
So stay tuned for that, everybody.
Because now it's only a matter of time till they get pulled from the website because they're ridiculous. Like they're gonna be limited.
You might be
Okay.
right.
Yeah. Okay. Benjenium says, I think we're getting Morn no matter what. Yeah. And I didn't
We already
see
got one, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if we got your answer, Benjenium, but are you in Germany somewhere or something like
Oh.
that? I don't know if we saw an answer to that. We may have missed it. Okay. So Melissa,
Yes.
what is the next show that you will rewatch as far as Star Trek is concerned? It could be new, could be old, something you've seen before, something you haven't, but it does have to be Star Trek.
Yeah, as I was mentioning before, I was going to watch Lower Decks again, because we're currently in the middle of watching Lower Decks, the new episodes, and sometimes I need a refresher. And there's so much packed into every episode that I know I've missed stuff. So I was going to do that, and then I also want to do a Prodigy rewatch before it starts in October. So
Whoa, hang on a second. October 27th, if I remember correctly.
mhm.
Yeah. You better get to it.
Do you think you have time to rewatch all of Lower Decks before and then rewatch the first 10 episodes of Prodigy before October 27th?
Well, they're only like a half hour
Dude,
each,
that's like 2 days of TV.
so I could kill an episode, Lower Decks and then Prodigy in the same hour, and then the next day do the same thing.
There you go. That would do it.
So the answer is hell yes, I could, Ryan.
Hell
Watch
yes,
me.
I could.
Watch me go.
Yeah. All right. So let's close out this second poll. It looks like, wow, Morn has defeated Major McKira.
Ah,
Colonel.
Oh,
That's
man.
Colonel to you.
That's because you didn't put Colonel in there.
That's got to be it. I'm
gotta
pissed
be
at
it.
myself right now. So Keiko got 5%. Kira got 34%, which is still very respectable.
Well, it's just because you had to vote for Morn because there's no way Morn wouldn't be in a Deep Space Nine episode.
Well,
it's true. He's an obvious
seems
choice.
Seems kind of obvious.
And they
but
love
Maybe they
drawing
feel like it's too
Lorians.
on the nose. Maybe they
have Lorians
figured,
in
maybe
every
they're like,
episode.
why would
They do.
Morn be in Deep Space Nine? He was hardly ever at Quark's bar.
That would be
They even have
mystery if he
Lorians
wasn't
in
there.
Discovery.
It-
They even
it
have
kind
Lorians
of-
in Discovery.
Yeah, it kind of feels like he's a given though. But I also have a feeling that Kira is a good possibility. Same with Quark. I think he's a very good possibility of being on Deep Space Nine.
I feel like
Right?
Sid
I
too.
think so too.
I
Same.
feel like Dr.
I was
Bashir would be
thinking that
so,
too.
and he's like in every other show
Right.
going on right now.
Yeah. But also Garrick. Definitely.
I mean, like he seems like a no-brainer for Lower Decks. I don't know. It's so hard to know.
Yeah.
They're all
What
so
if the
wonderful.
mystery is that Morn isn't?
That's what I was wondering. That's the
That would be-
unspecified subplot. Like
Right.
his soul is
Subverting the
empty.
expectations.
Yeah. Or
So
maybe
sorry
they
to
put-
destroy the poll, but
My
Yeah.
favorite loose end.
Or maybe they put Morn everywhere else except for Deep Space Nine.
yeah.
Because he was at the
He got
job
kicked
fair,
out.
right?
Maybe
Possibly.
he got a new job.
Oh my god.
He's off the station now.
Oh my god. Maybe he got a girlfriend at one of Quark's franchise bars.
Maybe.
He goes to those now.
Oh my gosh.
Or maybe he saw how great it was that Rom married a Dabo girl, that he married a Dabo girl too.
Okay, that's my new favorite.
So
answer.
many possibilities. I would love to see the wedding ceremony.
I want to see a kid that's half Lurian have something else.
Oh, that would be cool.
Ooh,
That would be cool.
the lower decks. You've got your work cut out for you
I
next
love when Ryan
episode.
gets cut up in fulls. It's so fun.
We got ideas.
Yeah, they should be watching this show because
This
do
is all
got
coming for
ideas.
free.
yeah.
We can take it all.
Yes.
These are
I
good
feel like we need a
ideas.
whole Deep Space Nine Lower Decks season.
Yeah.
Like instead of a season for every like matching every movie poster, a season matching every show.
All right. Poll number 3 is launched, you guys.
Ooh.
Who do you think
This
Will
will
one's
be
difficult.
at Deep Space Nine in next week's Lower Decks episode? Rom and or Lita, they might be together. There's a good chance they might be together. Vic
Sure.
Fontaine, Jake Sisko, or Odo.
Oh my god, I didn't even see Jake Sisko. I guess my mind just went to the Vic Fontaine answer because I love him so much. Whoops.
That would be the lower decks obvious answer. But again,
Yeah,
subverting
but
expectations.
But then again, we did see the Grand Nagus' staff
Oh,
in
that's true.
this past week's episode.
That's a good
I
point.
need to know about
True. Man.
Hey, let me ask you guys a technical question here that everybody's going to want to know. Before you vote in the poll, are you able to see what the results are, or do you only see the results once you vote?
that. I don't know because I vote so fast because I get so excited.
I vote early too.
I do too.
Okay, we'll have to
No.
do another poll so we can experiment.
It doesn't show who's winning first.
Okay,
Before
you
you
only
vote.
find out what the
Oh,
scores
right.
are.
God, that is some
Yeah.
good methods
You vote.
section.
You
Right.
can see the
Okay.
results in real time, but yeah, I think you have to vote
After
first.
you vote. Yeah.
Okay,
because
that's legit.
it won't let and maybe I'm doing it wrong, but it won't let my
Probably.
poll box disappear until I vote.
Yeah.
And it doesn't show
Oh.
who's winning.
Maybe that would
until
help
I vote.
people vote more for America.
Yeah, the chat is saying after you vote.
After you vote.
Thanks, everybody. These guys didn't help much. They're
Because the
You're
polls are so
welcome.
much
We're
fun.
useless.
I can't wait. I didn't even get to read all the answers.
It's
this
like,
time.
yo, poll, click.
and I can't vote on this thing when I'm putting it up, so I don't actually know I know, Anne Marie, I'm pissed too.
Ah.
Dude,
I
YouTube
can't.
has like the most like scientific polling situation ever.
So I can't
Wow.
vote, and I can't see, so I see the results immediately. So I don't really know.
That's sad.
I know.
That's like even the lappies when you don't
Wow.
vote because you want to make sure it's absolutely
Yeah.
pristine.
I don't
method
vote
section.
I don't vote on the lappies or anything because I don't want to be accused of being the vote that like tips over like hundreds or thousands, they'll be, like I just don't even want that. I'm too much of a chicken. I just don't want that responsibility. I just
Swing
just
vote.
go to bed and like pray, please make Ducat win. Please, whatever.
He
it
did
is.
not. He did not go against. He was not a whatever it was called, traitor. No, I don't
Oh,
remember
betrayal?
the wording for it. Yeah, he was not the biggest. He did betray them. Like,
I can't.
okay,
I can't.
we talked
That
about
was
this
like
for
our biggest
30 hours of, like,
discussion was we had a poll, a category about what was the biggest betrayal. And
Ryan
people
thought Ducat
added-
didn't betray people in the Alpha Quadrant.
right, because I was my view was how can people think that Ducat betrayed
He betrayed
anybody?
his daughter.
But they said specifically the Alpha Quadrant. How can we say that he betrayed the Alpha Quadrant if he was a villain to begin with?
Because for a while,
whereas-
he swung
whereas
all the other
Eddington
way.
Pretended to be everybody's friend,
You just
for
love
example,
Eddington.
and then betrayed them, or Seska pretended to be everybody's friend
No, but
and then
even
betrayed them.
villains live in betrayal every day.
Of course, it's possible. Absolutely.
But so the betrayal is still a betrayal, but
You're
but it's
wrong.
not
But you
as
see,
big as a
see, Shar,
betrayal.
even just mentioning it rises the tension of the room. Like, did
This
you
was
feel
our
that?
biggest
Like,
fight ever.
like Melissa's like, what? as soon as he stops talking, I'm going to tell him why he's wrong, because he is. I probably am.
Well,
But what do you
I'm
think, Shar?
listening.
We've all got
Listen.
opinions.
What do you think?
Let's have a poll
Shar,
about it.
did Ducat betray the Alpha Quadrant, or was he always a villain and can't really be classified as a betrayal?
It is complicated. Betraying the Alpha Quadrant. I don't know. I would say that there were other people in the cast of characters who betrayed it more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that
but
second where
my
he
first
turns
thought is
the ships
Eddington.
around and they all go with, like,
But-
they all head
but-
to Cardassia. That was a betrayal.
yes, but
Like-
there are degrees of betrayal.
Which was what
Yeah,
the whole
it is
LLAPy
different.
one was.
It is different when somebody comes out, you know they're an a-hole and you know they're going to do terrible things, instead of you think somebody's your friend or you think somebody is decent, they're going to do the right thing or what have you, and then they do the exact opposite of that and you're surprised. That hurts a lot more than dealing with somebody who's just a constant thorn in your side doing
Sure.
This is the
Yeah,
argument
but-
room, by the way, when we're all like,
I
here
love
it
this
comes.
one. It's like, oh, when we left an empty picture.
But-
Like,
But even though it's
The profit of
even
arguing.
more when your friend betrays you, it doesn't negate the betrayal of the evil person.
Right.
this is true.
Absolutely true.
True.
However,
Yeah, that's not
I will
excusing them one bit.
submit that if there was somebody that was a villain to me that I hated and never liked and never trusted, and then that person did something bad, I would not consider that a betrayal, because I'd be like, I never liked you
Yeah,
or
but,
trusted
like,
you in the
if they
first
do
place. I
something a
always
little
knew you were
nice,
bad.
sometimes
Like,
I
it's
start
not
to
a
trust
betrayal.
them
It's
again.
just you being
So it's
more
just
of
like,
you.
who do you hate the most?
yeah, but I would have thought like he'd stick with his own kind, which was the Alpha Quadrant.
Because he did claim to love
Mhm.
Cardassia and
Yeah,
he did
so that's-
betray Cardassia. You know.
That's true. He's just a
Anyway.
jerk.
Hmm.
And Robert Hewitt Wolf agreed that it was a betrayal.
Exactly, that's true too.
Oh, is that
And
what? Yeah,
no
which
fake.
pretty
The
much puts
writer
it
of it.
pretty much
Yeah.
puts it to bed, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think he left it. He said that. I think he said something like he was taking care of he was just mostly saying Ducat's a narcissist,
He
which
said
is
Amory
Of
is right.
course.
Absolutely true.
Of course.
that's
First and
yeah.
foremost. Yes.
But they
100%.
live in betrayal all the time. Well, some of them, not all of them.
Well, being a
Okay.
narcissist makes you do some
I just
shitty
mentioned it because
things.
Ryan gets so riled up. It's hilarious. It's hard to rile you.
I get pretty heated.
Mhm.
Isn't this one of these debates that's been going on for the last 20 something years? Like, it's never going to stop. It's like Tuvix.
No, since the
That will
LLAPy
never end.
Awards.
It's
I
the new
think-
Tuvix.
I don't know. I don't remember. I feel like it ended up being pretty 50-50 when we debated it, but I think
But
we
it
ended up including
ultimately-
it. Did
It
we end up
ultimately won
Yes, it
in
was
the
included.
polls. Yeah.
Did it?
Nope,
No, but it didn't win. Eddington won.
No,
Yeah.
I know, but
But
as
he
far
made it
as
to the.
to the nominations, he was one of the top ones that made it to the nominations.
Mhm.
So
Fair.
Mhm. So at least 20% of people thought that it was a betrayal.
But-
Okay.
but we were looking at it being the worst betrayal, which Eddington was the worst betrayal because he was considered an ally and a friend.
And I think the terminology we used was most shocking betrayal.
Oh,
Which I-
yeah.
I never
That-
trusted Eddington to begin with. Like, I was
no,
just
me
sketchy.
neither.
Neither did Sirach. Sirach was great. The first thing he
Yeah.
said when Eddington was first introduced, he's like, when we were doing our review on the seventh
Yeah.
rule, he's like, who's this Eddington guy? Who? He's like, I don't trust him. What's his story? And I didn't want to say anything. I'm like, oh, he's just the new security officer. And he's like, I don't trust this guy. I don't remember seeing him at any of the parties. Who is this guy? That was his
hilarious.
reasoning.
I mean, like the fact they didn't give him a better hairpiece also clues you in.
All right.
Wow.
So last chance. Last
Oh
chance to
my
vote.
gosh.
That's
Oh,
how
this is
90s
fairly
Star Trek
close.
works.
That was funny.
Yeah.
This poll is close. Get your votes in.
Last chance to vote on this poll. Is it Rom and or Lita, Vic Fontaine, the aforementioned Jake Sisko, or Odo? We'll be closing the
You
poll in
know-
just a few seconds.
You know why I didn't vote for Jake Sisko is because of your
'Cause you're still mad at him?
review.
Oh,
No,
yesterday. Good call.
because of your review yesterday. And Mike McMahon said, I would love to work with you. And it wasn't I would love to work with you. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
You know.
I
Uh-huh.
spent like the past like couple years since Lower Decks started, always like anytime Seventh Rule changes the recording schedule, I'm like, oh my God, is it changing because Rock's busy this week recording Lower Decks?
Right.
I'm always looking for clues. But
Yeah.
Maybe
I try
someday.
not to. Like I do the opposite. I like do everything in my power to not catch clues because I feel like that would just that'd be kind of like pissing in the pool. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to like
Stark's too
find out
professional to ever
people's
reveal.
secrets. Or
Yeah.
what if Sirach is like, oh, you know, I can't record next Thursday because I got to
Yeah.
do a voiceover gig. My mouth better stay shut. I can't be like, oh, is it lowered? What
Well,
is it?
then I
No,
saw pictures of his
I just
daughter like
don't-
killing
I
it at
just go,
basketball, and I was
okay.
like, crap, that was, I mean, not
Right.
crap, like glad she's killing
No.
it at basketball, but I was like, oh, that was actually real. That's
Yeah.
not him covering up for Lower Decks recording.
Right.
yeah, but I'm like petrified of finding out something that I'm not supposed to find out. So I don't ask any questions. I don't do anything. I'm just like, cool.
Yeah.
Just talk about basketball. So we'll close this poll, and it is a very close one, you guys.
Where are we at?
The winner was Vic Fontaine
Mhm.
with
Ooh, but not by much.
39%, Jake Sisko with
My dream.
35, Ramen Lita with 14, and Odo with 10.
Wow.
Mhm.
Also,
Close one.
these YouTube polls are really weird in
fun.
that the
They don't add up
percentage
to-
changes.
Don't add to 100.
Right.
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 So weird.
Right.
Yeah. Like Jake Sisko was at 36% when I ended the poll, and it dropped down to 35%.
Wait, do they ever add up to 100? Like I've seen them add up to
Yeah,
99 so many
sometimes.
times in the past week.
And this time it added up to 98. And like so
So
you can
weird.
actually watch them, like the percentage changes when you drop it. It drops like one of them or two of them drop 1%.
Hmm.
YouTube is a trickster. And it likes
They
to
are
keep us
not accounting
guessing.
for fractions.
I need to know about your method section.
Yeah.
Method
Hmm.
section.
Tell me how many significant figures you use.
All right, so we'll do the last one. And while I'm typing that up, Shar, what is your next rewatch? Everybody's dying to know. This is the big one.
Okay, well, I am currently going through Voyager again, going along
Cool.
with Mission Log. So I am doing that.
Oh,
My
fun.
next one probably is Prodigy to get up to speed, refreshed for the second half of the first season. And then after that, maybe a Picard rewatch in prep for the third and final season of that
That's
show.
a good idea.
That's a really good
too.
idea.
Because
I've
I
just
keep
been-
meaning to do that and I don't get it done. I need to do this.
I have to say, I think
Yeah.
my next full rewatch is TNG. It's been a while since I watched every single episode, and then I really
Yeah,
want to
same.
savor season 3's cast reunion like as much as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to
Mm.
go through all the series, honestly. It's been like 10 years since I've watched Enterprise. I need to rewatch all of TNG, all of DS9. I've watched bits and pieces here and there over the
Right.
years, but the whole thing in order? Nah. Mm-mm.
Right.
I just
Ah,
bought one of my friends like in getting ready for the Picard New York Comic Con panel in case he goes. I bought him because he's always wearing Star Trek t-shirts. My favorite bartender at my bar. He's always wearing Star Wars t-shirts. I was like, this has to end. You're a fan of both. Like, why don't you have any Star Trek shirts? So I bought him one that I need to take him later tonight. That's like, it says like The Adventures of Picard, but in French
Ooh.
with like Tintin font. And then it's a picture of Picard with like number 1 running after him, like Tintin and Snowy, like in front of a moon, like the Belgian cartoon. It's so cute. Oh my God.
aw. This one's a hard one. This
I think
poll
this is going to be close
Okay.
again.
I also love Ryan's pull face. It's so fun.
That's why I take it off gallery when I'm doing that, because I always catch myself. I'm like typing and thinking, And then I look and I'm like, oh shit, people are watching me just making faces. Like, am I one of those guys that when he's like
It's my
drawing something,
favorite.
he sticks his tongue out? You know, the people that are like,
Okay, that's
Oh, yeah.
me. Shut up.
Aw,
or whatever. I'm like, am
don't
I
do
gonna end up
that.
being one of those people? But like I'm typing and I do what's my typing a poll face, Anne Marie?
no,
I don't know.
Scared,
I don't
like
know. I
intense.
don't know. It's very
Intense.
intense.
It's focused.
Yeah, that's it.
it's, but not as severe.
That might have been an exaggeration.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Yes. A rewatch or re-listen to The Seventh Rule suggests Chuck A.
Hey.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Always
do it.
do that. I do that when I work and can't watch things. So it's fun to re-listen to episodes.
Fun. Okay, so right now our fourth poll is we're going to close that one out in just a moment. Between that's not helpful. Between Cassidy, Garrick, Nog, and Esri. So put in your
it's
votes as to
difficult.
who you think will be at Deep Space Nine in next week's Lower Decks episode. And then we're going to add a bonus fifth poll because I was just thinking of 4 more people that might
Woohoo!
show
Ah,
up.
Woohoo! This is fun.
yeah.
It's fun.
More.
So Anne Marie, you were saying that your next
Well, I was thinking like
is going to be Next Generation.
Damar is deceased, but like,
Oh, Damar
Oh.
Damar died.
Mhm.
but like you never know if like somebody gets like transported up or something. So
Hmm.
like last minute. Because I just
Yeah.
want to know like, well, who's running Cardassia? Garrick?
Garrick's
didn't he
rebuilding it
go
according to
back
the books.
to-
One of the billions of other Cardassians, I guess.
According to A Stitch in Time, he went back to help put back to,
Right.
to
Yeah.
Cardassia together.
Well,
yeah.
and that's the way Deep Space Nine ended too. He was leaving the station to go back to Cardassia.
I mean, I'd love it if he ends up running the place. But
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I see him more as like an advisory board member.
Mhm.
Yeah, he would want
Okay.
to work more behind the scenes, wouldn't he? He doesn't want leadership.
He wants to be pulling the strings rather than up on stage.
Yeah.
The leaders.
Right. He doesn't want to be
Yeah.
that person.
Yeah.
He wants the real
Yeah.
control.
And them beaming out Damar at the last second would kind of negate his martyrdom and the symbol that he became at the end for Cardassia, I think.
For the glory.
Good Lord. Yeah.
This is weird.
Tosk.
Lots of weird stuff out there. Lots of weird stuff out there. All right, we're going to close this last poll.
People
On the
keep
internet?
saying Tosk.
Yeah. I did see that. That's
I
the
would have
first thing
said
somebody was
Tosk,
saying was,
except at San Diego Comic-Con, like Mike McMahon had specifically said there'd be a storyline similar to Tosk. And then it showed up like the hunter, although I thought he seemed more Hirogen. So like, because he said similar to Tosk, then I was like, okay, I guess
Right.
not Tosk then.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be hilarious. And that is
It
one of my
was
favorite
similar.
Instagram accounts, like Traveling Tosk. Or Tosk, the Tosk action figure goes around the world, like the gnome pictures. It's so
Aw,
cute.
I love Tosk.
Yeah, Tosk travels like crazy.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's really good.
What's the page called?
Traveling Tosk. Let me
Traveling Tosk.
double check that it's easy to find and there's no like underscore. It's so funny.
And Garrick wins the poll.
by a lot, 56%.
Yeah.
Nog got 17. Esri got 17. I thought she would fare better. And Cassidy got 8%. You guys, but Cassidy is working. You know, Penny Johnson Gerald is working. She's out doing the
So
ortho.
funny.
Maybe she's
That's
down
true.
to keep her sci-fi resume growing.
It is
Right?
called Traveling Tosk. on Instagram. It's so fun.
Cool.
But yeah, I guess I thought like Ezri already got name checked with that like Deep Space Nine model kit with a Jadzia and an Ezri. So
True.
that's why I went for Garrick. Plus he just like inherently seems funnier. I don't know.
I think he would work more in lower decks. There's more you can do with him.
Like Mariner probably knows him.
Yeah.
Knows
yeah.
or worships, like one or the other.
One or either or the
Plus
both.
it's hilarious always when he talks about tailoring.
Yeah, Mariner is, yeah, she's friends with everyone. She knows everyone,
She knows people. She
which
has
is why
connections.
I think Quark will be in it, because I think Mariner knows Quark.
And that's a heck of a dynamic to think about.
Yeah.
Those two basically like playing each other. Heck
Quark just,
yeah.
like, meshes with everyone so well too. Like
Yeah.
remember when he comes on like TNG and talks to Riker about his gambling debt, or like it's just so funny. I love it all.
Well, and then she's got that kind of cowgirl, Jadzia-esque feel about her too, where
True. What if
Yeah.
Quark has a crush on Mariner?
on Mariner. Yeah.
Ooh.
Not as strong as his crush for Dax, because he loved her, but
Certainly. Yeah, but I'm sorry, Mariner
But-
is taken right now. She's dating Jennifer.
Okay, I have
Yeah.
to also
That's
admit
right.
that like I don't really know who dies in Deep Space Nine that well, because I barely ever watch the finale because it's like so sad when everybody leaves. That's like the one
Yeah.
episode of Star Trek I know the least. Like,
Yeah.
All right. So we're
I
going to
get it.
do
Yeah.
a fifth
I never
one.
watch finales or shows,
All right, number 5.
Well,
A
it's so
fifth one.
sad.
especially that one. I hate when
Yeah.
Cisco leaves.
I know.
And
Yeah.
you know,
We're all
maybe
unhappy
had
about
to
that.
maybe had to stretch a little bit to get these. But the first one that might be back on Deep Space Nine in next week's Lower Decks episode, Martok, because we just saw him,
Yeah.
so we
Oh,
know it's
sure.
entirely possible that they could have him again. They might just say, "Hey, are you free to work
Truth.
tomorrow? We got you on another episode."
It could happen.
We also
Or
have
he could be lost.
Wayun,
Right.
number whatever, right? It's just
47.
Yeah.
we also have Jadzia Dax, but she's dead. Well, Terry Farrell has gone on record saying that she would love to come back to Star Trek in any way. Maybe it's a dream, maybe
Oh,
it's
mirror
a time
universe.
travel, maybe it's
Hologram.
a holosuite. Maybe they go onto the
Ooh.
holosuite with Quark and she's there. You know, could be anything.
Oh,
That's a good, good thought too.
that could be fun.
Now, the toughest one was the fourth one. So, you know, like Gowron is dead and Damar and Dukat and all these people. So I was like, what about Alexander?
Oh,
Oh,
forgot
hey,
about him.
we
can
could get
we
an
think-
update.
Is there a fourth person that we have not covered?
Who isn't dead?
Because Alexander is not that great of an option. You know, we've seen him a
Shut
few times, but I
up.
don't think
Speak for yourself. I actually
You know
love
what,
seeing
though?
Looking for
Alexander.
Worf,
That could be a cool
actually.
update. What is he
Oh, wait.
doing now? Maybe he's figured
Worf.
out his life.
I hope
we
he's
didn't even
found
say
love.
Worf, did we?
Worf.
No,
Oh,
we
yeah.
didn't say Worf.
Oh my god. It's because he's back on the Enterprise.
No.
We all
From
know
Michael
it.
Dorn.
In fairness, nobody in the live chat said Worf either.
Well,
We're like
just
even
It's
talking about
true.
Alexander and
None
no
of us were
Worf.
thinking it.
Well, Chuck A did say Worf. You forgot Worf, right? When
Thank you,
said
Chuck A.
He
Worf.
went back
Thank
to his
you.
real
Forgot
friends.
Worf.
Okay.
Sorry,
He's the one
Worf.
always saying how much he loves TNG's cast the most.
So here's the fifth and final of the preliminary polls. And then it's going to be a triple elimination round robin tournament to, you know, this is just what they call
Funniest line.
pool play.
This one's difficult too.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So anyway, Anne-Marie, I think you said you gave us the answer of Next Generation, right?
Yeah, I think I'm feeling like
I was too
I
busy
haven't
making
been
my
spending
poll
enough
face
time with
to pay
them.
attention.
Your whole face. Oh my god, I know. I couldn't look away. Yeah, I just feel like I haven't. It's been a long time since I revisited like the really bad episodes in the beginning, which I love. So I think I need to do that.
Mm.
And then the second I start watching, I just leave it on 24 hours a day.
So as for me,
Covers the street noise.
while this fifth poll is filling out, good numbers, good battle going on here.
Someone said Ronan.
Yeah. This is
I
closer
think
than I thought it
for
would be.
me, I think for me, next on my list is going to be, I'm already kind of planning this out. I'm thinking about the one that I feel like I haven't seen in the longest time and deserves some love is Enterprise,
Nice.
Yeah.
because I feel like I haven't seen it since the first run, but at the same time,
That's
I'm
why you have
super.
such a like rose-colored glasses for it.
You watch your mouth right now. Enterprise is misunderstood, and it's a beautiful show.
I try. I
and
watch
you
it
know
so
it.
many times. I try.
Well, no,
There's some good
because
episodes.
and there's some great character development on the three main people. There's, Travis and Yoshi
Some
should
people
have
get
gotten more
neglected.
love than they did.
Way more.
Oh, it's all about Dr. Fox and Carbon Creek. That's why I watch it.
Oh,
I
with a
do
smile?
love Dr. Fox. He's my
and
favorite.
Strand.
I do too.
Strand's cute too.
Okay.
But it's a good
But
show.
I also, what I want to go back and watch already, even though it's the most recent one I watched, the animated series. I've never even
Aw.
seen the animated series until a few years ago. I was finally like, oh, let's just put it on real quick, see what, in French they say, voir ce que ça donne. Just see what it gives. What gives? What's going
Yeah.
on here? And I loved the theme song, and I had fun watching it. It was super easy. And now with like
Groovy.
Lower Decks doing all these references, I feel like, but then I want to, I don't know. I want to watch them all again. So
I
the
can't
answer is,
believe-
I don't know.
There's a practical jokes episode of TAS. It was all over my live feed yesterday because it was like the anniversary of it airing. And I was like, this is an actual, I thought it was a joke. And I was like, wait a minute, how have I never heard of this? And it's all like practical jokes, like a la Uncle Arthur on Bewitched. It's like,
Aw.
like having like the dark rings around his eyes because somebody like put something on his view, whatever you call it, viewer. So funny. And then I was like, no wonder Ryan likes this.
Yep.
Everyone should watch the
Mohammed
animated
is
series
here?
once. At
Right.
least
It's
once.
fun. It's easy to watch, right?
It just, yeah, watch it. And that said, I haven't watched it in several years. Like I actually watched it on Nickelodeon when I was a kid.
What? It was on
This
Nickelodeon?
It was on Nickelodeon. I kid you not. And I remember losing my very first tooth while watching the animated series.
Oh
I
my
was sucking
God,
on a
that is
Jolly
awesome.
Rancher and it got stuck to my tooth and then
What
yanked
flavor?
it out.
Sour apple?
Green apple.
Watermelon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Muhammad
Yeah,
did
that
a
was an
live
experience.
chat.
And then I missed the latter half of that episode. I can't tell you which one it was, but I was kind of bummed because I didn't get to see the conclusion.
God, I love Star Trek memories intertwined with life.
I think I was like 6.5 at that point. I don't remember when I lost
Love
it
it.
exactly.
That's so cool.
I love how like Times Arrow also just had its anniversary of like the part 2 this week. And I was like, I totally like distinctly remember like at the end of second grade, like going into summer, you're like, oh my gosh, what happened? Like, what's gonna happen to Data's head? And then the beginning of third grade, like watching, like waiting for like the first month of school, like every night, like, is it time yet? Because it's not like I knew.
Right. Did you all, were you like watching Star Trek live as Best of Both Worlds happened that
Yeah.
summer?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. I wasn't necessarily actively watching the show myself, but I remember my dad, his reaction. That was funny.
Scary.
He was screaming. He actually threw like a stuffed animal at the TV. He was pissed. Just, how dare you? No.
That was supposed to be the longest summer ever.
Like,
Dude,
you got to
that
understand, my
entire
dad is like the
summer.
most calm, collected, most reserved guy most of the time. And he was just full steam ahead, kind of like Boimler in this week's episode. He just boiled over and went off. I was like, is something
Crazy.
wrong? And then I looked at the TV, to be continued. Oh, okay. It must be really good.
Yeah, Star
gotta wait
Trek
the whole
showed your
summer for
dad
this
who's
thing.
boss. They're like, we own you this summer.
Oh man,
Haha.
they did. Man, the energy. They had people just wrapped around them.
So Muhammad is in the live chat. Hi, Dr. Muhammad Noor.
Dr. Muhammad Noor.
Muhammad,
Hello.
just to get you up to speed in these last few minutes here, the rumor is that Deep Space Nine, the space station, will be visited next week in the next Lower Decks episode. And they have said in the past, they have said in the past that familiar faces will be seen. I believe they used faces plural, so we know it's gonna be at least 2. And so we are doing polls to guess who those familiar faces are. And you're at poll number 5, so you get to guess from the leftovers, basically. Although Worf is not really a leftover idea here. It's kind of, we just kind of thought of him last second because we're
That was a pretty
not
fresh
great.
one.
So make your vote. We're going to end this poll, and then we're going to have our, finals, and then we'll close up this episode because we spent the entire episode playing with polls and making poll faces and stuff.
Poll face.
But basically, poll number 1 was Quark, Cisco, O'Brien, and Bashir. Quark absolutely dominated that one with 73%. Then we had Keiko, Kira, Morn, and Molly or Kirayoshi. Morn actually dominated that one, and Kira got second. He had 55, she had 23. We had Rom and or Lita, Vic Fontaine, Jake Sisko, and Odo in the next one.
What if they
Vic
had
Fontaine-
Wallace Shawn? Okay, sorry.
Vic Fontaine had 39%, Jake Sisko had 33%, so neck and neck first and second. Then the fourth one was Cassidy, Garrick, Nog, and Esri. Garrick dominated that one with 56%. And right now we are closing poll number 5 and the results, because we know that they change as soon as we close it for some weird ass reason. Jadzia with 12%. Martok got 25%.
Wow.
Wayun number whatever got 29%. And Woof
Mr.
gets
Wolf?
Mr. Woof.
33%. Gets 33. Wow, that was a tight one between those 3.
That
So-
was nice.
So basically anybody that got, say, like 20% or more is Kira, Quark, Morn, Vic, Jake, Garrick, Martok, Wayun, and Worf. It doesn't really narrow it
Wow,
down too
somebody
much.
mentioned
Nice.
Ensign Rowe in the comments too. That's
Yeah.
also really brilliant
Ah,
and meta. And meta.
What if it might be kind of fun, maybe I'm alone on this, but if they revisited Laws to see if he got that disease from
Exactly. That's
Linking
such
with
a
Odo,
ah,
That'd be
revisit
awesome.
that storyline,
That's like one of the
That could
smoothest sense
happen.
ever.
and JG could do it again.
absolutely.
And yes, I also am like dying for Ensign Cito to come, especially because like Mike McMahon kept saying on his interview, like what he rewatches the most is the episode Lower Decks. And I'm like, it would just
Love that.
it would, like-
Yeah.
make us all feel a million times better after decades of mourning her loss.
Yes.
If she had had like if she was still alive.
It's sci-fi. Nobody ever really has to die.
We didn't
I
see
love
her
that so
die.
much.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, anything could happen.
Yeah.
If Spock can come back to life,
Or she
Look,
has like a
there's a way.
Sela.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sila
Yeah.
Cito.
Such a great episode that was.
Oh, such a great
Oh,
live
yeah.
chat answer.
Hmm.
Okay, so it looks like the ones that got by far the most votes were Quark, Morn, and Garrick, or Quark, Garrick, and Morn in that order. And then there's a little bit of a
Great guess.
space. And then you got Vic Fontaine, Vic, and then after Vic, we've got Jake Sisko. Very nice. Liking how this is working out so far. And then after that, we've got Worf, Wayun, and Martok.
Hmm.
So that's it. Whatever any of that means, who knows? And it's very imperfect because it all depends on which group you're put in, but
Oh my
give or
gosh.
take. And Kira is very close. She's right after Martok in there if you want to include her. She is neck and neck with Martok there. She's 9th place right after him.
Okay.
But those are basically the ones with the biggest chance.
So what
Wow.
we're
Those are
saying,
great answers.
Wow.
yeah, what we're saying is we
Depending on
want to
their
see a
grouping.
lot of DS9 people. We want every deep
Yes.
cut, lower decks.
Yes.
Just go for it. Put them all in there.
I think that's what that means.
Yeah,
Put them
We
all
find
in
lower
there.
decks, you know.
we wouldn't be disappointed, would we?
Not at all. They
Yeah.
make more than one pass around the pylons, right? So why not?
Oh my
Right?
So we're out of time, everybody. I feel like I want to do another poll, but sorry, we're out of time.
Maybe next week.
Yeah, don't get me started. Oh, you guys, I'm so embarrassed.
We
I
didn't
got
get
so
the
s-
Oh, you didn't do
chips.
snacks.
There's only one
Ah.
left. This is the one that has
Ah.
survived like 3 months, and it keeps hiding and trying to
Survivor.
survive. So I
It does
gotta.
not want to be eaten.
I bet you it's good.
Man, this
kinda
live chat is
smells
so
like-
good today.
It kind of smells like the one that was. What was the one that was like barrel scum, like beer barrel scum? You remember that flavor?
Oh,
What?
the beef. Wasn't
No,
it
it was-
the beef?
It was beer barrel scum flavor. Like
Oh
what
yeah, that one.
people in the live
Don't
chat. There's
remember
like
this one. I must
What were
have been
they
there's
gone.
like-
shaped like?
I
aliens?
do remember that you said that tastes like beer barrel scum.
well, no, we had to look up the word. It had a certain flavor,
Oh, right.
and we looked up that word, and what that word is, that flavor is like I think it's beer barrel scum that goes on this.
Can't remember.
What?
No,
Okay, I watch like 10 hours of British TV a day and I don't know what you're talking about.
That tastes
it
pretty
sounds
good.
terrible.
This is pretty good. Walker's
Walkers.
cheese and onion. Final one. Marmite. Bob D in the live chat. You got it.
Marmite.
Oh,
That's what it
oh.
was.
Ah,
Marmite.
Yeah. Right.
Marmite.
Good call.
Mm.
Good call.
As opposed to Vegemite or brown
If I didn't eat a
sauce.
Vegemite.
Yeah.
This is really good.
love
Eve
Lucy.
England out in Wales. Thank you so much for the gift that keeps on giving. This was very nice of you and your husband to send these in. Provided us a lot with some good entertainment. Provided me with some good
Ah.
faces that I made and some flavorful
Chip
stuff.
face.
The prawn face was faces.
Yeah.
Your prawn face. When I even just
The
mentioned
prawn.
prawn
What
cocktail
your
flavor.
face.
You're gagging.
It's disgusting.
Anyway,
Oh
So real
my
quick,
gosh.
let us talk about this week before we go. Falling Towers, watch the first podcast. Go over to the Falling Tower channel right now, because just a couple days ago, we released our review of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe on Netflix with Just Chic joining us. And it's this new one on Netflix that's not the one by Kevin Smith, and it's not the 80s one. It's another one like aimed at kids. It's really weird and confusing, but we watched it and guess if we loved it.
Huh.
So check that out on
Nice.
Falling Tower. Then yesterday on the Seventh Rule channel, go check that out. We released our review of Lower Decks season 3, episode 5 with very special guest, Mr. Mike McMahon, the showrunner of the show, joining us. He's so cool. He's so fun and friendly, and we absolutely love him. And we feel very lucky and grateful that he carves out some time in his very busy schedule to join us. Very cool of him. Then this coming Sunday on the Seventh Rule at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Where is it? We've got, we're releasing, oh boy, this episode, Inter Arma Einem Silent,
right. Yeah.
whatever it is, right?
Things.
Yeah,
Like
the Armin Shimmerman Legolas, whatever episode, with very
Okay, I want to
special
see that
guest.
episode.
With very special guest William Sadler, who plays Sloan in that episode, joining us.
Cool.
So cool of him. He was great. We had to reschedule a couple times, and he's been amazing. We really appreciate him. So check that out. It'll be just the first segment actually this Sunday, but whatever, you get it. And then on Monday, on the 7th, at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, we will release our full review of the aforementioned Armin Shimmerman joining us for Deep Space Nine Season 7, Episode 12, The Emperor's New Cloak.
Yay.
That's 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern on Monday. And then Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, we will have The Main Viewer, everybody, which is our sister show on this channel right here. We talk about all the news of the week, and by all the news of the week, I mean like some of it, right? Sci-fi and Star Trek, whatever. Damn,
Harry,
we didn't even
what
get
you
a
get
chance to talk about the Babylon 5 news that, we talked about it a bit, but
Oh,
Shar,
yeah,
next
when
week we got
Shar
to talk
helps
about
the
it with you. Yeah.
campaign. Yeah.
Yo, yeah, B5 reimagined. We had Twitter show up and tell Warner
Yep.
Brothers that we want this thing.
I was like,
Message was
let me-
received.
Yes.
It's out of our
I was
hands
like,
now.
How do what's the best way to tweet? I was
Love
like,
it.
I know, I'll just look at Shar and copy what she wrote.
Brilliant.
Because one, you knew I already did, and then
Exactly. And that you were tagged all the correct people.
that was kind of cool though. I got a lot of retweets. So I won
Yeah.
Twitter that day.
I gotta go check that out. That's brilliant.
That was really cool.
Shar, can you tell everybody where they can find you online and what it is you're promoting? You got stuff coming out.
Yeah, the Bijo Trimble of Babylon 5 also.
Am I?
Yep.
I
yes.
don't know. You know what? I need to dye my hair really cool colors to be Bijou Trimble. She is badass. You can find my B5 tweets and my Star Trek tweets and all sorts of like random funny shit tweets at Oh the Profanity. It's all there. And I don't know if I have a whole lot coming out. I'm doing Second Contact with Tristan Riddell. We're doing our Lower Decks commentary episodes as long as this series is running. It's going way too fast. And then I did the audio drama, Zib's Misadventures in Face. You can find that. All 5 episodes are released. Eventually, I'm going to release a version on YouTube that has captions. So it's ADA compliant. You can listen and see it at the same time. So that would be
Ooh, I'm at
cool.
the end of
It takes a
episode
lot of
3.
time to make that though. So it's been slow. I'm on episode 3 right now. Transcripts, like if you let Adobe
So
do the
good.
transcript, it's not good.
Oh.
Yeah, especially when it doesn't recognize different voices in your audio track. Yeah, I've had a lot of great luck with that. But anyway, I'm working on that. That'll eventually happen. So I'll let you know when that's on its way. Otherwise, it's a podcast right now. You can check it out. I did a lot of things for that. I co-wrote it. I did the sound design. I did the recording and with the actors and managed to get a pretty decent cast for that thing. It was really awesome, really talented people. So check that out. It's a goofy / stupid / like, yo, guys, get your crap together kind of version of the future.
Scary and fun. Dude, you guys, these chips are seriously addictive. While Shar was talking, I just shoveled like 15 in my mouth. I couldn't stop. They're actually really like.
So they're good, yeah?
It's one of those, I'm not even sure. I guess it's pretty good, but it's more like you take one and you're just like, I gotta shove more in my mouth.
Yeah.
Anyway, Melissa, where can people find you online? And your wares have a new home, right?
They do have a new home on the introvertedrepublic.com. It's a new home. I have a new Walking Art has a new partnership with Quan King, who started the website, and we're still grassroots, so we're building up everything, but it's fun and I'm excited, and we're excited to find new artists to put on the page as well, which is great because artists need love.
Absolutely. Give them love.
Yeah. And hopefully my niece will be on there. She's amazing. She's incredible.
Oh, that's fun.
Her stuff is her. Yeah. She blows
What does
my
she
mind.
do?
She blows my mind. She makes animal figures, but
Wow.
like, I don't want to say furries, but they are personified.
Sure, anthropomorphized. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
That one.
But
Okay.
but they're incredible. incredible. She blows me away. And then online at Melissa Longo at the social media stuff.
Our buddy Scott Jensen says, yes, artists need love. How would you know, Scott Jensen? Just kidding. Scott Jensen
because
does
I
great
downloaded
art
his
too.
amazing poetry. Yeah.
Right.
Yes. And Scott, in the live chat right now, if you've got like a website or something where people can check out your stuff, put in the live chat right now. Everybody go check it out. It's good stuff. He's really
Nice.
cool. And he's helped us design some shirts and some cool logo stuff. He's the one that added like the Jake Sisko flavor background to our logo that we currently have as our main,
So good.
icon
As Sirach's business
for
card.
the 7th rule.
And the new headphones, which are awesome.
Yep.
That design is so cool.
All those things. So go check it out. Anne Marie,
Okay,
where can
wait,
people
really
find you
fast.
online where you can send them stickers and stuff?
Okay, well, really fast. The Introverted Republic also has a newsletter on their website, so make sure you sign up for that. And then
You're awesome.
Star, I saw that you were on a podcast this week, like talking about another Paramount entity, Beavis and Butthead.
Yes.
So make
Nice.
sure you're following the profanity for links to that. So
Oh yeah.
that's next on my queue. I was like, Shar talking Beavis and Butthead. I'm so there.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, I got to
goodness.
chat about Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe on a podcast recently, and the link is in Twitter, and it's a fairly recent tweet, so you should be able to find that pretty quick.
Can't
Not
wait.
too much
Can I
scrolling.
just mention one more thing that I think might be a weekly thing? It might be bi-weekly or monthly, but a new comic strip that I am writing and illustrating for the 7th
Cool.
rule.
Hey,
So-
cool.
And it's Search for the Orange Man, because Nog was orange and orange was Aaron's favorite color.
nice.
Yep. The
Oh,
color of the
that's so
San
cool. I look
Francisco
forward to
Giants.
that.
And chicken wings.
And chicken wings.
Chicken wings, right?
And chicken wings.
Funny. Good knowledge.
Most importantly.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, wait, Louise
Anne Marie, no
Fletcher
more
just
waiting. You
passed
have to
away.
say.
Wait,
who?
what?
Louise Fletcher just passed
No
away. Robert Hewitt Wolf just
way.
tweeted.
What? Oh,
It just got
that's too
announced
bad.
23 minutes ago.
Aw.
She's going for the other Kai. They're together again.
Yeah.
Kai Opaka, right?
She was
Yeah.
pretty
Wow.
old though, wasn't she?
She's probably with the paw wraiths, not with the Stovel, or not Stovel.
She was
Stomachore.
88.
I'm sure they're
She's a
all in a
Stomachore.
wonderful place together.
No,
That's sad news, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
she
is
was
sad.
What a bummer.
That is. That's a bummer. She was amazing.
Mhm.
She owned that role
Yeah.
so hardcore.
Aw.
Well,
yeah,
and
she
then
did.
her work in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest was incredible.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
So
was brilliant.
Truly iconic and legendary actress.
Yeah.
Really, man, Sirach has been
Oh.
blown away
Well,
by
he
her
doesn't even
performance when he's
know,
watching. I
Because
know.
like these
know.
last 9-episode arc, well,
No
you guys
spoilers.
have 8 episodes left. I was
He's watching right now. No
and, like-
spoilers, Anne Marie.
He doesn't even know yet how much Kai Winnie has like to watch in these next couple in the next
Yeah,
2 months.
she's
That's
so
just
She's
good.
pretty important.
astounding.
So good.
Aw.
So everybody
Okay.
spare a thought for Louise Fletcher and the Fletcher family, because she certainly affected our lives in powerful ways.
And, Muhammad
And
was
the
just
fact that
talking
she
about
made
us
agent
feel
this
stuff-
week.
Yep. The
Like,
fact that she
aw.
made us
Seventh
feel
rule.
stuff means she
Right.
did her job very, very well, because that's the hardest thing to do in show business, is to make somebody
Mhm.
actually feel something.
Mhm. And Flowers in the Attic. She was in that
Mhm.
too.
Oh
I
yeah.
actually was
Flowers
just gonna
for
watch that.
Algernon,
Like
practically.
I saw that and put it on my queue. Wait, no,
So,
not to watch.
Anne Marie, let's give it another shot. What do you say?
sorry.
Where can people find you?
At Anne-Marie Siegel 1 on Twitter.
Fantastic. Everybody, you can find me on Twitter, Ryan TG Husk. That's at Ryan TG Husk, or just go to Virtual Trek Con, Falling Tower, or the 7th Rule on Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook. And find your friends, tweet out Robert Hewitt Wolf, tell him how awesome he is and how much you're going to miss Louise Fletcher, and go pay respects and do your Louise Fletcher tributes, because she absolutely deserves it, and because her family needs to know how much she was loved, revered, and
Mhm.
respected for her talents. We really,
yeah.
really lost somebody awesome just now.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Thank you all very much. Wish we could talk about it more. Maybe we'll do it on Tuesday on the main viewer. But until then, everybody, Thanks for playing with us. One Trek fan, Chuck A, Linda Anderegg, Donnie Pearson, Galenda, David Gregory, Ben Genium, Jim Westbrook, My Life from Tokyo, and so on and so forth. Back of the head, Matt Boardman, Kimber Spores. We will see you next time. Dr. Muhammad Noor, have a chill weekend. Maybe that should be
Yeah.
how we end it.
Ah, yeah.